Nobody is grading this morning. That's the test. Jocko Willink built an entire philosophy on that fact. Discipline equals freedom, for words, and the freedom only shows up for the people who paid for it before anyone was watching. No supervisor at 4:30 a.m. No contract. Just you, the alarm, and the standard you either meet or quietly let slide. Here's what nobody tells you about the unwatched hour. It doesn't disappear. It just moves the bill somewhere you can't see it yet. Theodore Roosevelt drew the line between the man in the arena and the critic in the stands with total contempt for the second one. It is not the critic who counts, he said, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles. The credit belongs to the one whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. Notice what he's not doing. He's not praising comfort dressed up as patience. He's naming the exact cost of staying in the stands. You get to watch. You never get to say you were in it. That's the trade this morning is actually offering you. Skip the work nobody's checking and you don't lose today. You lose the right to say you were the one who did it, on the one morning that would have made the difference. The stands are warm. They're also where nothing you do counts toward anything. And the stands are crowded. Roosevelt wasn't warning about one lazy critic. He was describing the default posture of almost everyone, the comfortable majority who never once step onto the floor and yet feel entitled to an opinion about the ones who do. That's the real cost this morning. Every time you choose the commentary over the work, you don't just lose the credit. You join the crowd you'd never admit to respecting. Friedrich Nietzsche put the same math in a colder register. Out of Life's School of War, he wrote, "What does not kill me makes me stronger." Most people stop there. It's a gym slogan by now. He didn't stop there. His real claim is heavier, a more fatty. His idea wasn't to grit your teeth through the necessary thing while wishing it away. It was to want it fully without pretending it should be different. The unwatched hour isn't a tax you grudgingly pay. It's the exact material the stronger version of you is built from, if you don't skip it. Put the three side by side and the standard stops being a mood and starts being a method. Jocko's version is procedural. Discipline equals freedom. Not discipline equals misery you tolerate until it pays off. The freedom is the discipline, available the moment you choose it, not after some distant reward clears. He didn't build a SEAL career on hoping the hard mornings would eventually feel good. He built it on doing them regardless of how they felt every single time until the doing itself became the freedom. Roosevelt's version is territorial. There is a line between the arena and the stands, and no amount of commentary from the stands moves you an inch closer to the arena. You don't get partial credit for watching closely. You get credit for bleeding on the floor of it. Dust, sweat, error and all, while the critic stays clean and says nothing that costs him anything. And Nietzsche's version is the one most people flinch from. Love the hard thing, don't just survive it. Not fake enthusiasm. A clear-eyed decision that this exact difficulty, unglamorous and unwitnessed, is the raw material and not the obstacle. A more fatty isn't positivity. It's precision about what you're actually made of. None of the three offer you an audience as compensation. That's the point nobody signs off on but you. The standard exists whether or not a single other person ever finds out you kept it. This is exactly why the unwatched hour is the most honest measurement you'll ever get of who you actually are. Add an audience and everyone performs better. That's not discipline, that's incentive. Take the audience away and what's left is the truth. The version of you that shows up when the only consequence is the one you'll feel privately tomorrow, in whether you can look at yourself and say the work got done. Jocko, Roosevelt, and Nietzsche all built their entire reputations on exactly that private version, the one nobody was grading. Today you will do the one thing this morning that nobody would ever check on, and you will do it exactly as if someone were. Today you will step into the arena on the task you'd normally leave for later, dust and error included, instead of staying clean in the stands with an opinion about it. Today you will find the part of the day you'd usually just tolerate and decide on purpose out loud if you have to that you're going to want it instead of merely surviving it. Nobody is going to sign this standard for you. There's no form. There's no witness. There's just the version of today you build when you think no one's checking, and the version of you that shows up tomorrow because of it. Tonight, somebody else runs the audit on a day just like this one, Ray Dalio, the after-action review, Jim Rohn, on which pain you actually chose. But that's tonight's account. This one's yours. Right now, and signed and unwatched. Meet it anyway. Win before they wake.